In this video, I decided to try and beat Schedule 1, but I'm completely homeless. That means not using any properties or businesses, and we have to start from having no money, no product or equipment to beat in the game by blowing up the Cartel's manor and also making $100,000. So I've installed a mod that lets me build anywhere on the map, which means we can grow weed anywhere we like. And that allows us to live the homeless lifestyle while still being able to grow and sell weed. And if you want to download this mod yourself, I'll leave a link to the download in the description. I've also set a few rules for this challenge to make it even harder. I'm not allowed to sell any police guns for money. I can't steal the meth from the sewer office or steal the sewer phone to sell to Mick, and I'm not allowed to use the casino. Basically, any cheap way to make money, I'm not allowed to do. So now the rules are out the way, let's get started. Okay, homeless Harry. I started by creating homeless Harry. Okay, that looks yeah, we'll go with that. And after we spawned in the RV, I collected the 3 dead drops, then deleted all the money. I wanted to properly start from nothing, so I didn't want Nelson's money. After answering the payphone, the RV exploded and we were now truly homeless. And now we truly have absolutely nothing. No money, no items. Yeah, this is going to be a hard challenge. So because of all the rules I explained earlier, we were only left with one way to make our first dollars, and that was picking up trash. Okay, we need $20, come on. Smashed it. And we spent our first $20 on a trash grabber so we could speed up our income, and I spent the rest of the day just cleaning up the town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is that it? It's taken me all day. The sun's setting. Oh, for fuck's sake. But it was still enough money for us to buy our first pieces of equipment, so I bought everything I needed from Dan, then went to find a place to call home. Okay, I think I'm gonna set up in here. This will be our home. No, it won't, because we're homeless, but you know what I mean. This is where we're gonna, okay, so I placed all of our items, then went into the sewers to find a shroom. And I'm only taking one shroom as we needed something to sell so we could unlock Albert, otherwise I just wouldn't be able to grow anything. So I packaged our first shroom, then sold it to one of Albert's connections, and now we were able to order our first weed seeds. Okay, so this is where I've got to sleep. Nice and cozy. In the morning, our first dead drop was finally ready, so I picked it up, bought a watering can from Dan, filled it up at the warehouse, and now we could finally grow our first seed. And while I was waiting for it to grow, I went back to picking up trash. I fucking hate picking up trash. This shit is so fucking boring. As you can tell, I was having a great time. Oh, for fuck's sake, is this what you all wanted? Me picking up trash for half an hour? Oh, don't sell police guns, that's cheating. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. Is this what you wanted? Me picking up fucking garbage for half an hour? Fuck you all. What the fuck are you two doing? $1. That's what you two are worth. Now we had some money to spend, I bought another grow tent and some more soil, and after some technical difficulties, why can't I fucking place it anywhere? I got to grow in some more weed. I also harvested the plant I grew earlier, packaged it and listed it for sale, and shortly after I got my first customer. Jesse, first customer. Here you go. Oh, sorry. And after completing my only other deal that day, I went to bed to start day 3. I started the day by harvesting the plants that I grew overnight, then packaged them and went to find some new customers. Yes, first customer. Oh, go fuck yourself. And I managed to unlock all the Northtown customers except Peggy and Beth. After doing all the samples I could, I went back to growing more weed as we had a lot of deals to complete that night. And after doing all my deals, we made a little over $2,000. So I went back to the court to plant some more seeds, then went to bed, and the next morning I went straight to Jeff to buy a skateboard and then tried to steal my money back. I genuinely don't know what the fuck I just did. That was like the worst pickpocket ever. I spent the rest of my money on some upgraded equipment from Oscar, and then I finally paid off Albert before ordering more seeds from him. We also unlocked additives the night before, so I bought 10 fertilizer and PGR so we could increase the yield of our plants, meaning we wouldn't have to grow as much. And while I was waiting for the dead drop, I tried to get the 2 last customers in Northtown. Come on, please. Get in there. After unlocking the 2 customers, I picked up the seeds and started growing them in our new equipment. And while I'm doing that, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to leave a like. These videos take so long to make, and I just want to thank you for the support you've shown me from the last 2 videos. And if you are new here, make sure to subscribe. I'm posting videos like this one every week that you won't want to miss. Thank you again for the love on these videos, and let's get back to it. After growing an unreasonably large amount of weed, I went to do my late night deals, and we managed to get enough XP to unlock Westville. So before going to bed, I decided to give all the Westville customers some free samples. And I don't know why I always get so lucky in Westville, but we managed to unlock everyone except Charles on the first try. Wow, okay, the last person said no. We got everyone but Charles, so that was really lucky. And we should now have green crack, yeah. So we're going to start growing this. We're going to buy some Viagra, whatever the fuck it's called, and we can start mixing. After ordering the green crack, I went to bed, and the next morning I bought some more growing supplies as well as a mixing station from Dan. I picked up our new seeds from the dead drop and then noticed we were being chased. Keith, I literally unlocked you yesterday. How are you already... How? There you go. You're welcome. After getting Crackhead Keith his fix, I went to try and unlock the last Westville customer, as we needed to unlock him in order for us to progress to other regions. Fuck's sake. But because he said no again, we were stuck with Westville for at least another 2 days. Because in order to unlock downtown, we needed to reduce the cartel influence in Westville, and we can't reduce the influence until we meet Thomas from the Benzies. And we can't meet Thomas until we've unlocked all the Westville customers. So until then, I continued growing more weed, and I also made my first mix. I gave it a questionable name and then went to sell the last of our OG Kush. Austin, you okay there, mate? Oh, yeah, I didn't think that through, did I? There's a deal spot there. Okay. Oh, fucking hell, there's so many police. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm just gonna hide here. Oh, come on. How can you see me from here? And while I was hiding from the cops, I had a genius idea. I just realised we can place items anywhere, and the police are being really fucking annoying. So can I just like... Oh, it won't let me. Okay, but I can place it there. Okay, right. Can I do it? Okay. Oh, for God's sake. This is why I'm...
No!
Yeah.
No, don't do it!
How did I get away with that? After coming up with my genius plan, the next day I bought some more shelves from Dan and then went to trap the police in the station. And now that the police can't bother us anymore, I went to try and unlock Charles again. Come on, Charles. I need you to say yes. That's 3 times in a row. Oh my god. So we can't unlock the cartel for at least another 2 days. So with nothing else to do, I got back to growing more weed, and unfortunately, because we can't own any properties, we wouldn't be able to hire any employees. So about 90% of this playthrough was just me growing, mixing, and packaging over and over again. Luckily, we were still able to hire dealers though, so I gave the last of our OG Kush to Benzie, then assigned him some customers, and then that night I sold the first of our new mixed weed. And the next day I tried once again to unlock Charles. Right, this is the 4th attempt, I think, and it's a 72% chance. Please, I need you to say yes. And now we finally had all 10 Westville customers. The next day, we'd be able to meet the cartel. So I spent the whole day just growing, mixing, and packaging as much weed as I could before going to complete my deals at night. And after completing my deals, I decided to hire a second dealer because the next day we were going to start unlocking new customers in better regions. So after assigning all the poor customers to Molly, I went to sleep, and the next morning we received the text from the Benzies. So I met up with Thomas and told him to piss off. And now that we were hostile with the Benzies, I could finally start reducing their influence. So I bought some spray paint from Gasmart and started doing graffiti in Westville, which reduced their influence just enough to unlock downtown. And now we can finally start expanding to downtown. Oh, fuck you. For God's sake. Well, that's all the customers we can get. So, that was fun. Because we couldn't unlock any more customers, I went back to doing some more growing, and then I quickly got bored. So I decided to buy a load of spray paint from Gasmart and then sprayed every spot in the town. This helped reduce influence so we could progress quicker, but the main reason I wanted to do this is to get a load of XP, as each graffiti spot gives you 50 XP, and I needed to unlock drying racks so I could make better quality products. Okay, have we unlocked drying racks? No. But we did manage to unlock the upgraded mixing stations. So after collecting my money from both dealers and finishing my deals, I bought 2 Mark II mixing stations and also some better grow lights. I then harvested some OG Kush which I grew earlier that day, which I was going to use to make my new mix. So I bought the ingredients I needed from Gasmart and then started mixing. Now this is the best 4 mix that you can get in the game. It uses 4 of the 5 cheapest ingredients, and it sells for more than the best 4 mix without seeded mixing. It is very overpowered. After the mix was ready, I gave it another questionable name and then went to the sewers to pick some shrooms. Because I still hadn't unlocked drying racks, I was going to use the shrooms to make a load of random mixes, which gives a shit ton of XP. So after buying more ingredients from Gasmart, I started making as many new mixes as I could. And hopefully, we've done enough mixes to get to Hustler 3. Yeah, okay. I then mixed the last of our green crack into our old mix, then went to buy some drying racks and put all of the OG Kush up to dry. The next day, I started doing a load of samples so we could unlock as many customers as possible and start closing in on making $100,000. And I also saw our first cartel dealer. Oh, a cartel dealer. I forgot we need to be killing these. Because we need cocaine. Do you have any cocaine by any chance?
Nope.
No, okay. Well, I completely forgot about these, but yeah, we need to, we're gonna need to look out for these. Right, this is the last customer we can do for now. So, take your time, mate. Yeah, any time today. Fucking hell. Okay, we got him. Does that unlock anyone new? No, I don't think it does. Okay, so that's it for today. Hopefully we'll get a load of customers, and hopefully we'll start seeing a load of Benzie dealers as well. After doing all the samples I could, I went back to growing more weed and then decided to try and find another cartel dealer, as we needed 20 cocaine to complete the final quest. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, there's one there. I almost fucking missed him. And he's got 17. Holy shit. Okay, we need 3 more. I put the cocaine I found in a safe place, then collected the money from our dealers and bought some more drying racks. Then I started growing even more weed before completing all of my late night deals. And because we were running low on our old mix, I spent the rest of the night mixing a shit ton of OG Kush into the new mix. And then the next day, I was back to waiting for cartel dealers. And the reason I was waiting here is because the docks dealer comes out of this building and the suburbia dealer comes out of this building. So I would be able to see if either dealer came out, but as you can tell by the time lapse, it took a long time before a dealer eventually showed up.
Oh, hello there!
Okay, one spawned. Finally, Jesus Christ. I have been waiting for you all day. Where have you been?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just...
Please tell me you've got cocaine. Oh, for fuck's sake. I kept waiting until midnight, but no more dealers came out, so I went to sell the last of our old mix to our customers. And then I gave all of the old mix that was left to Benzie and Molly, so we could start selling our new heavenly mix exclusively. I spent the rest of the night getting more of our new product ready, and when I felt like I'd made enough, I listed it for sale, went to sleep, and the next day, I went back to the docks to wait for another dealer. Okay, we finally have another dealer. Please. Please, 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 please. Okay, thank God. That wasn't too bad. It didn't actually take that long. My last video, it took me about 20 days to get the cocaine, but I don't really want to talk about that. Anyway, we have the cocaine now, so now we just need to unlock Uptown, and then we can start the final mission. So I started doing samples with all the suburbia customers so we'd be able to reach the final region. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention this mix makes everyone tiny. We got quite lucky with the samples until we got to Carl. I fucking hate Carl. And that was all the suburbia customers we could unlock, so I went to give samples to some of the customers in the regions that I skipped, so we would have more people to deal with and be able to make $100,000 much quicker. And after completing all my late night deals, we had just over $25,000. Okay, we only need one of the 2 customers we have left to say yes, and then we can unlock Uptown. So Allison. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Okay, never mind. We need both of them.
Stupid.
I can't believe I had to rely on Carl. Oh my god, he actually said yes. And now that we'd unlocked all the suburbia customers, we finally had Uptown unlocked, which means the next day we would be able to unlock the final quest. But until then, I needed to focus on the other goal for this video, making $100,000. So I spent all day growing more weed and then went to sell everything at night. And because it was raining that night, we also got a load of extra money from the rainy bonus. And after completing all my deals and collecting the money from both the dealers, we now had over $75,000. The next day, we unlocked the final quest, so I spoke to Nelson on the phone, grabbed the cocaine I stole from the cartel, and handed it over to Billy. Then I gave Sam $10,000 to dig a tunnel under the manor, and while I was waiting for Sam, I went to unlock some of the Uptown customers. Because all of Uptown has a much higher budget, these customers would help me reach $100,000 much quicker. So after doing all the samples I could, I went to the docks to kill the thief for the final quest. I then told Stan that I murdered someone and he gave me a big ass bomb in return. And now it was time for me to complete my deals, and I was just hoping that we had enough deals to hit our $100,000 goal tonight. Luckily it started raining again, so we got a lot of extra money from the rainy bonus, and after finishing all my deals, we were just short of $100,000. But after collecting the money from my dealers, we finally hit our first goal. I then went to sleep, and the next morning I got a text from Sam saying the job is done. Okay, and the job is done. We have the bomb. We have $100,000. We've completed the challenge, all while being homeless. Let's do it. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. If you have any ideas for future videos, please leave them in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.